Hello, hello, hello to another Wednesday Calypso live stream. My name is Patrick, and you are following me here almost every Wednesday, I think. And but today I'm not alone. Today, Abe is with me again. Hello, Abe. How are you?
Hiya, Patrick. It's been a while since we've done a stream together.
Yes, and I can't remember which was the last game we did together.
Gosh, I'm not sure. Maybe Immortal Realms?
Mortal Realms or
Yeah.
Space Base or something like that. I can't remember. But nonetheless, I'm very happy that you found your time being with me, hanging around here. I don't think that there will be a lot of people in today's stream because it's very good weather. People trying to use the chance to meet people at social places again. I don't know. You are in the UK. How's the situation there?
Yeah, it seems almost back to normal over here. To be honest, it's when you walk around town, it's basically the same as it was before. I think I've had my first vaccination so far, and I've got my second one booked in. So it seems like we're on a good path.
Nice. Yeah, I have my second one on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Yes, my second one, and today I've heard the second one. I will get BioNTech again, and I've heard a couple of people telling me today that the second one is not very easy. You know,
that's the one that you're going to have to lay down for a day or something and heal up a little bit.
Yes, maybe, and so I had to figure out what's going on Friday and plan a little thing around, because yes, I have things to do which I planned out for this week, and I contacted a few colleagues. So, hey, can I give you that stuff also on Monday, because maybe this will strike me down. I don't know.
Oh, best of luck, man. I hope it goes well for you. You're not too laid up in bed from it.
Yes, thanks. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to check out just the sound. So switch that off. So you also had BioNTech?
I had Moderna.
Moderna. Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
I think for Moderna, the first one is the harder one. Is that right?
I hope so, because it wasn't too bad. So if that's the harder one, I'll be sweet for my next one.
Okay. Let's see the chat. Elang Gaming Channel. Hello, my channel is all about Tropico. Then I will write your channel down, so I will remember it and I will visit it with my Calypso channel and check that out if you're not doing anything worse with our game. No. But I will check that out. Elang Gaming Channel.
I'm loving all the propaganda in the chat there, Patrick. Viva la Tropico. Tropico is great.
Yeah,
Keep it coming.
Oh, McPeepo is here. Hi, Patrick. Here it's looking like it's going to rain. Oh, okay. Today it was warm, but it was a kind of mixed. Yesterday was pretty cold. Mika Mausi, you're here too. I'm glad. Good evening again. Nice to see you. Cool. There are some lovely people there. Didn't expect that because of that situation, that socializing, and especially the European soccer championships. And today is very important for Germans because we are facing the Hungarians. I think that won't be that easy.
Has that been a historic bitter rivalry between those two teams, or is it just a more recent one?
No, it's no rivalry. The problem is that this group Germany is in is really tough. There is France, which is the reigning world champion, and there is Portugal, which is the reigning European champion, and there are the Hungarians, which did a good job so far against the other teams. They have a very good defense, I think. I didn't watch many games because I've worked for years for the German Bundesliga, for Sport 1, which is a very popular sports channel in German TV, for Sky and Telekom. Which Telekom had a channel, an internet channel just for football, for soccer, and I worked for them for years, and so I had Friday soccer, Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays I had the analysis show. So you saw all the goals 3 or 4 times, and then on Monday you have the analysis of that. And I was really interested in soccer, and I met a couple of former Bundesliga players, coaches, at this time actual players, and that was pretty nice because you always had them in your FIFA soccer team, and then you had the chance to meet them. But after that, I was working like this for years. I was full. I was done with football, with soccer. You know.
Yeah. You've had your fill of it.
Yeah, that's right. And so now the European Championships started, and I was like, okay, European Championship, and then my daughter wanted to see the second German game against Portugal. And we watched it on our projector, and that was really nice. Mika Mausi, you like the anniversary things for Tropico? Was a nice idea with the piñatas and fireworks. Yes, we did a stream, a 20th anniversary stream with Konstantin, where we sat in our sun chairs at the beach. That was really nice, and we did that thing with the piñatas as well. Today it's still 20th anniversary, so why not? I think we can celebrate this the whole year. What do you think?
I think we can stretch it out for as long as we want to. Why not 4 years?
They said 21st anniversary of Tropico, 22nd, 23rd. That would be awesome. No, but I think, yes, we can be very proud of that. I think 20 years, we didn't start it, but we continue it in a very honorable way.
Yeah, 20 years is a long time, right? It's 2 decades, and that's a good chunk of time for any video game series. So yeah. I think we can be pretty happy with where it's ended up.
Definitely, yes. And as I mentioned, we didn't start it. Abe, you wrote 6 strange stories in the history of Tropico.
Yep.
From the Guido, 1963. 20 years and Elpress still doesn't have a family. I don't know. I think there is not much known about his private situation.
He might not just be a family man. Not everyone's a family man.
Okay, what do we have? So maybe we can start before playing a little bit Tropico 6. And all the people out there, they know that I'm not the best Tropico player, but you can follow me on my way to learn Tropico 6. I started a VOD series, me learning Tropico 6 on the Nintendo Switch. And there's the new episode available on Friday. And this is the episode where I start my first campaign in Tropico 6. So maybe you're interested in following me. And tomorrow on Calypso Live, the YouTube channel, subscribe to it. There will be a very interesting VOD, a very interesting video from our Dr. Calypso about very convenient trick for the Nintendo Switch. So Switch users, hit the notification bell. Please start with what? We first have the first of the 6 strange story in the history of Tropico. Will you read it? Do you have it? Right?
Yeah, I have it. You just want me to just read it out?
Yeah, start.
Sure. Okay. So the first one. So we've got 6 stories, one for each game. So we'll start with the first one, which is obviously Tropico 1. So debuting in April 2001, Tropico came as a breath of fresh air to strategy fans, tasking players with establishing and running their very own banana republic. Tropico would be the first glimpse at the series' potential, including features that would go on to define it for the next 2 decades, such as deep management gameplay, the introduction of El Presidente, the ethically dubious leader of unknown origins, through whom players could steer their island paradise into the stars, or the dirt, if that was more their style, and a swinging island soundtrack. Playable dictators aside, Tropico's soundtrack alone was noteworthy, not only for its obscenely large playlist, but inclusion of the German pop sensation Lou Bega, whose affinity for Cuba piqued his interest in the game and led to his likeness and song Club Altair being added to the German version of the game.
Nice. That's awesome, especially with Lou Bega. Did you know Lou Bega?
I knew Lou Bega, Patrick, because that song played constantly when I was growing up, but I had no idea he was a German.
Yes, I think he has a German passport, yes, but it doesn't really look like a he looks more like a person that comes more southwards.
Yeah, it was fascinating researching the story because it sort of gave me Munich as where he was based, and that blew my mind because growing up I always thought that song was sort of a, Caribbean influenced or something like that, and then I saw it was included in Tropico. I was like, oh. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, he has a really good voice. So it is not my style of music, but I like this song. It was good.
It's a song that has a lot of nostalgic value. If that came on in a club or something, I would definitely be up singing that.
Okay. Yeah, nice. There was another interesting story we've heard a couple of streams ago when we had Jochen Färber as a guest in our last German stream, and he was involved in the production of Tropico 1 and I think in Tropico 2 as well. And they had some things where you could win a place in the Tropico game, so your face is transferred to the face of El Presidente or something like that. It was so you could send in a picture of you, and the best picture they took and used the face for the dictator or a person at his side. I can't really remember. The problem was that the winner's picture was not his own picture. He took from someone else, and they didn't research it. It was the start of trying to introduce the internet into productions, or having starting communities and that all. The problem was that someone started a lawsuit against them, the real owner of that face, who didn't want to be a bad person, and at this time, today, this would be no problem. With the next patch, he's gone, but at this time there was no next patch,
He was stuck with that face.
Yes, yes. So they had to pay him a fee or so. That can happen. So it's, oh my god, the first Tropico's playlist was legit as good as okay, nice.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. That is quite a claim there. I'm very familiar with the Tony Hawk series and especially Pro Skater 4. So that's high praise.
Nice. I only played the first one. Glad you're still
one of my favorite series, I think, Tony Hawk's.
So it came back on Steam and consoles, the first two as a remake, and now it will launch on the Nintendo Switch as well. When Tropico 7 launch, Elan Gaming channel. The point is, this is not a reveal stream, so we cannot tell you anything about new things as long as we do not have the permission. And Abe is one of that guys that has influence, much more influence than I have.
Yeah.
when he's someone who can tell me, Patrick, let's do a stream about with this game because you can now announce the Tropico 7 or whatever, and then I can do that. A good way, Elan Gaming channel. I don't know, you are on YouTube right now. Are you on Calypso Media or are you on Calypso Live? And Calypso Live is the channel you should subscribe to, because when I get the permission, I will do a news video on every new release. Doesn't matter if it's a DLC or announcement or a true release. So that's it. You are at Calypso Media. Okay, then maybe it would be nice if you would switch to Calypso Live. This is that channel where we try to produce content and some behind the scenes of Calypso Media. At the moment, it's not very easy to do some behind the scenes because still a lot of people are in home office. In your country, it's
17 past midnight. Wow.
Yeah, wow, amazing. Thank you for it. Yes, just visit visit Calypso Live, and as soon as I have the permission, I will do a news video, and so you don't have to search around some other platforms. You can just visit Calypso Live. Oh, here is the news video, new game, new DLC, fantastic, bam. That's my present for you guys. And I think we will slowly start with playing Tropico, because you guys know I'm not the best one, but there are a lot of topics I wanted to talk about here, Abe. So we had this Tony Hawk's thing. Did you watch some E3 stuff?
Yes, I did. Not live, unfortunately, because we were involved in E3 in quite a big way. So I was doing a lot of that during the actual sort of over that weekend. But I did catch up with all the press conferences and I think all the news. I think I know it all, but maybe not. We'll see. I think the only thing I watched live was the Nintendo Direct, I think. With the others, no, I waited until there was a recap or something like that. And what was your favorite game? Ooh, out of all the conferences?
Yes, you can pick two, maybe.
Oh gosh, that's tough. It's got to be Breath of the Wild 2. That's definitely up there. I know that's an easy answer because everyone's excited for that, but I'm very excited. I only played Breath of the Wild 1 was it last year or the year before that? So I'm still quite new to the Breath of the Wild
cool.
hype. But
cool.
I loved it. I think maybe Forza Horizon 5, just because it looked so incredible visually. Spectacular, that game. Absolutely spectacular.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fistful of Ferrets. I didn't watch Nintendo's event because they didn't allow co-streams. That is true, but I know two big channels in Germany that did a co-stream because Nintendo only posted that via Twitter in Japanese, that they don't want to be co-streamed. But there are some very big channels in Germany that say, well, we can't read Japanese, so they never told us.
They found the loophole.
They found the loophole. That's right. Yeah. Okay. I have only one game, so there were some. Yeah. There were a lot of great games. I think that was a great E3 thing, and I'm counting that Summer Game Fest.
Yep.
And to that, this is all E3. Everything that happens until Thursday to the next Thursday, it's all E3. I really liked Elden Ring.
Oh yes.
Although I'm not a From Software guy, never played a game of that Souls stuff, Sekiro stuff. Never played a game, but this one. Will we get to hear more Tropico history? Definitely. We have 6 strange stories. The first we have finished. And after our E3 talk, we can continue with the second one, I think, and then we can start playing a little bit and chatting around. Okay. Elden Ring for sure, but I think it's kind of lame saying that AAA titles excited me the most. That game, where I'm still dreaming of it, and I can't wait until it comes out, is Replaced.
Oh yes, the art style on that is amazing.
Oh my god, that was really freaky. Because I saw that trailer and something in me that said, where did they get into my brain? Or how did they get into my brain? It was just like someone said, oh, we have to figure out what Patrick wants to see, and then we will show it at E3. That is my thing. That was awesome. The whole presentation, the song of that trailer, all that thing. Replaced. Looking forward to it. It will be in the Game Pass next year from beginning on. Bam. You got me. You could have had
any sort of cyberpunk type world, and Patrick's just in.
Yeah. Well, I think the whole art style of that game is it could play in our time or maybe in the 50s, 60s. It doesn't matter. It's the whole style of that game that really got me. They could have my money, but it's in the Game Pass, and so I would definitely buy it. Yes, those were my games of the E3. I was a little bit disappointed about that Breath of the Wild sequel thing, because in the end they said aiming 2022. Aiming. In my experience of gaming, I think they wait until they can announce a Switch Pro, and then this game will run on the Switch Pro and with in a little bit weaker version on the old Switch. I think that is. They did the same with Breath of the Wild and the Wii U.
Yeah. As someone who works in PR, seeing that the word aiming, or we're trying for this quarter, is very telling to me. I know exactly what they mean.
Yes, so it's just we just checking out how the old Switch is, how many people will still buy the Nintendo Switch at the end of the year or maybe beginning 2022, and then we will decide about the fate of Breath of the Wild 2. And that's hard. I think
it might end up being a whole Breath of the Wild 1 situation where that game was supposed to launch on the Wii U originally. And then it got pushed and pushed and pushed and eventually just came out on the Switch, and the Wii U version was at that point it didn't even work that well, I don't think, because the technology had advanced so far past the Wii U that unfortunately that left that console in the dust a little bit. So hopefully that doesn't happen. All the Nintendo Switch original users get a bit annoyed.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's continue with Tropico 2 from the Strange Stories, and then we can start the game and have business as usual.
Sure thing, we can press on the Tropico 2. So this is Tropico 2 Pirate Cove. So this is the franchise's second entry. Tropico 2 did not disappoint, receiving a warm reception from fans and adding a new feather to the series' cap in the form of pirates. As king of the pirates, players could lead a mighty army, working alongside the disgruntled seafaring folk to earn coin, plunder, and build production lines for very important pirate resources such as rum and more rum. However, the inclusion of pirates didn't simply emerge from the sea like an unwanted kraken. The developer Frog City Studios credits the spark of creativity to the shower. Before Pirates, Frog City had cowboys poised for the series' bold new direction. However, following one-time bathing revelation from a developer come vertical Archimedes, Pirates won the war and Tropico 2 raised its black flag.
Nice. Cowboys in Tropico.
It's interesting to think about, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's good that they use the Pirates Caribbean thing. I think that fits better.
I like the idea of giving someone orders in a strategy game, or asking someone to go somewhere and them just disobeying you and saying, "Nah, I'm not going to do that."
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. Let's play that second mission a little bit. So I try to do my best because I'm still a Tropico 6 learner.
When the Allies nearly declared war on us, how we laughed.
Fistful of Ferrets. You like the second not as much. Ah, okay.
For even the most masterful of master criminals is small fry to you. But bad luck knows no etiquette.
Penultimo.
Discovered that he was #1 on the Allies' wanted list. So began our crash course in crime and punishment.
Oh, it's so hot in this studio. I think you're so sweaty.
What's the temperature in Germany at the moment?
I don't know. I haven't checked it outside. I think it was okay, but here in that studio, the air condition is... I can hear it working. Not now because I switched it off for the stream, but before I switched it on this early afternoon. But it's a quite small one, and this room is quite big, and I cannot feel anything here. So last week I think that was very heavy. That was very hot. Okay, the broker, President, my client. Oh, is he still talking now? My client, a successful and exceedingly legitimate businessman, wants us to be friends. Yeah, he looks very trustworthy, I think, this broker. Not really. Our journey of friendship starts small but ends with us sitting together on a huge pile of money. Staring into the sunset, we can hold hands. Your choice. No. Maybe next time. And there is zero risk. I already have paperwork that proves how legitimate and successful this deal turns out to be. Trust me. I'd never lie to a friend. There are so many... How many voice actors have done Penultimo? Whoa, I don't know. I think for Penultimo there is another nice story.
Spoilers, yeah, there is
Yeah.
one coming up, yeah.
Yeah, there's the Tropico 3 story about that, yes. So stay tuned, Leonardo. Oh no, German. Hey, Patrick, your webcam is a little like... Is that so? I realized that in my on my software, on my broadcast software, but then I checked out in a stream, in my test stream, and then it was okay. Sorry for that. I don't know what the reason for that is. That this one is really like. Yeah, I hope you can deal with that. I will shrink myself a little down so this is not so distracting. But thanks for the info. And now, yeah, okay. So maybe this helps a little bit. Don't have the time to check that out now. Sometimes things happen. Yeah. That's okay. And the funny thing is, your webcam is a little laggy. The webcam I'm using is a actual 6K cinema camera.
Wow.
That's cool. That's a nice webcam. Yes,
If
lol.
people can
Yeah.
really zoom up on your hair follicles if they want to.
Oh, that's true. It's a 6K.
You can see the
cinema.
beads of sweat coming down Patrick's forehead.
Yes.
in 6K.
It's 6K. They used this camera for a couple of scenes of, I think, reshoots of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like little fun fact there.
Maybe yes. For those people that are interested in camera gear, also.
Time is precious, Presidente. Especially your time, as you are the busy leader of a nation and not just a child playing in a sandbox.
As your ever subservient assistant, I took the freedom to prepare a humble draft of the Tropican Constitution to have some of your precious time. You still need to sign it, though. Maybe between the second breakfast and your pre-brunch nap. No pressure.
Nice. Confirm changes. What? Voting rights of citizens? Confirm.
I
Can
think
I?
you might have a nice career in voice acting ahead of you, Patrick.
Yes, I'm. A couple of months ago, I had a voice job, a paid job, but it was for a hotel. I think 3 off voice for 3 movies for that, for such a wellness hotel or something like that. And I sometimes have jobs like this, but not where I can play out my whole characters, my whole list of characters. And I wish I could do that. Unlock modern times, militia,
You need to do a one-man show of your entire ensemble cast of characters.
I have contact to some people that are doing audio plays. Don't know the name of that. For Masters of the Universe. And they're doing it really, really good. That sounds amazing. These stories they bring to disc or MP3 and stuff. And I have contact to them and wanted to tell them, yes, I'm here and I can talk every character if you want. But yes, I have to do that definitely. This is not a paid thing, but this is something for your Vita where you definitely can show some more talent than just, if you visiting our nice hotel in June, then you will get 20% off. No. Not.
I think that sounds quite fun. I did some. I haven't done that ads or anything before, but I used to be a radio DJ for an internet radio station, so that was a lot of fun.
Cool. Some hair in my mouth. What's happening? Airplanes one. Okay. Oh, that's very different to my Nintendo Switch. Because there's a construction. So have you ever played Tropico on a console?
I have played it on PlayStation 4.
Okay, and there is, I think it's really nice, this option wheel, you know, this menu wheel.
Yeah.
I really like that.
It's a good way to transfer the functionality that you know have on the PC version to a console.
Yeah. And so for me it is a little bit strange to do it like so. But yes, we made it. Start building a sugar plantation. Oh, we have to build 4 of them. Okay. I was able to play a game of us, which is it's not out yet, but we can talk about it. I played Space-Based Utopia on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, nice. I didn't think you were going there. I thought you were going for another game, but that's okay.
Disciples.
Yeah.
I haven't played Disciples yet. I have to do that, but at the moment I'm in some stuff for Space Base for the Nintendo Switch, and I'm a huge Space Base fan, and so I was allowed to play it and capture some stuff. And my goodness, this is so far the best looking Nintendo Switch game from Calypso.
Ooh, that's exciting! I love Space Base. I love the visual look of it. So it's good to hear that's
it's
shining on the Switch.
Yeah, it's really good. I was surprised. I saw it and I said, what's going on? And the graphics are really good, and I think people should check that out, because there is not really a competitor for such a game like Space-Based Utopia on the Nintendo Switch. And yeah, check that out. But we have not a release date for it yet. But it is
coming soon. Keep your eyes on the news channels for that.
Yes, definitely. But we announced it with the other console versions, and we talked about it with Timo. Timo was our production manager, was part of one stream 2 weeks ago, and talked a little bit about it. Okay.
It's Mika Mousy?
Yeah.
Mousy? I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah.
So really wait for Disciples. Looks nice. Yeah, it's a game close to my heart. I'm working on that one, so I'm very excited to see what people think of Disciples. If you missed it, Mika Mousy, we did a 8-minute gameplay trailer and a 2-minute gameplay reveal sort of trailer and an 8-minute gameplay walkthrough, and we put those out over E3 weekend, so those are available on the YouTube channel to have a look if you want to see more of the game.
What I have to say is I saw it on a 4K TV, and that looked really impressive. That was really good. Yeah, I'm looking forward for that game, definitely. Want to get maybe there is a game preview or something like that for Xbox or so, where we can play it on PC here. Definitely have to do that, and we start streaming that game as soon as we can.
Yeah, I mean, there's the closed beta going on at the moment, so all the people are in there checking it out, and we're keeping an eye on what they say and their feedback, and taking that into account. So yeah, we're really looking forward to seeing what people think of it when they can get their hands on it.
Okay, I have to build a watchtower. No, this is a guard tower. This is a watchtower. Do you want to unlock the blueprint? Definitely. put one right here. Put one right over here. How many do we have to build? 3 of them. Let's build another one right here. I haven't played this mission yet, so it's completely new for me. Yeah, I already looked at our trailer and the gameplay video. I have to wait for a key too. Okay. Snufford, hi!
Has a strong interest in rum,
Nice to see you.
or an interest in strong rum. Either way,
I have found the courage to play Tropico on stream. Yeah, himself, yeah. Tomorrow there is my VOD out there when I start playing the first campaign on Tropico 6 on the Nintendo Switch. My client has strong interest in rum. President. Oh, it's so hot in here. Oh. Okay, I have a rum distillery. I only have to build one because there is one existing. So it's really different from...
Penultimo of the Caribbean.
That's a great name for an expansion. We might have to contact you, Snufford.
Yeah, why not? Rum distill. Ah, here is it. It's a quite large building. Set that up to this place, and I think I will build some houses here for the population, for the workers. Bunkhouse. Bunkhouse. Another one. Okay. At the moment, I'm not watching movies or series. At the moment, I'm playing PlayStation 4 games, which I have missed because I'm an Xbox guy.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you got a PS4, didn't you?
Yes, I bought a PS4, a white one, a white PS4 that matches much better with my white Xboxes. At the moment, I play The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
Very intense.
Yeah.
And I got the... I don't know if you can remember a lot of that game, but I'm in the hotel where Ellie and Joel got separated because of that elevator was falling down, and then you had to move through the cellar.
Bad at all.
Oh gosh, is that where you have to start the generator?
Yeah.
Oh no, that part gives me that part gives me flashbacks.
Okay, because at the moment, yes, I'm in the same situation, and
No.
it's quite tough. Yeah.
Yes, it's very intense, that part. I was stuck there for a while. I remember when I played that originally.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And then a couple of people told me that, oh, okay, this is pretty far in the game. And then I visited a game store, and they had The Last of Us 2 weeks, and I got it for 25 euros. The second.
2 weeks. Is that the? Is
The
that
Last
the deal?
of no, the Last of Us 2 weeks. So it's a special offering. So you get The Last of Us 2 for $25.
Oh, nice.
Mhm. And so I got this as well. I think I know what you're talking about. It's not for that same situation in
In the game.
in the game, yeah.
Yeah, it's horrifying. I think about that section every now and then, just because I remember that being so intense.
Oh, I have to build a prison? No, first a police station. Yeah, I bought a couple of PlayStation exclusives.
Have you got God of War?
Yeah.
Nice.
God of War, Detroit Become Human, Beyond Two Souls, which was originally for the PS3.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was that's the same people who did Detroit, right? It's Quantic Dream.
Yeah, right. And what else? Death Stranding.
I am looking forward to playing that game. I've been wanting to play that game for years, and I want to play it on the PS5 because that director's cut's coming out now.
Yeah.
But I don't have a PS5, so
okay.
There's an issue there.
I think. Oh, you watched a playthrough on stream, so it was quite funny to watch the streamers rage. Yes, I started playing Death Stranding, and I really like it so far. I can understand why there's so many people didn't like it, but it's really it's an experience, and I'm very happy. Very happy that there are people like Hideo Kojima that can produce these games. There are people that can do that strange kind of games, because otherwise we could only play battle royale games.
Yeah, I agree. Everything about Death Stranding was interesting to me, and it still is. I love the idea of just running around a beautiful landscape delivering parcels. I don't know, it's quite peaceful and meditative sounding to me.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, and the whole landscape, it looks so amazing even on a PS4. This is a really beautiful game. Death Stranding, because Vlad recommended it. It was on my list, but I very often talk to Vlad about some games. He's a PlayStation player, and yeah, the soundtrack's beautiful too from Death Stranding. Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
it really fits to that game. Yeah.
I remember there was a song with the initial announcement trailer by a band called was it Low Roar? I think an Icelandic band, and that song is so good. I listen to that all the time.
Oh, okay. Watch a streamer play Death Stranding, but did not care enough to try and understand what the fuck is going on. I think it's a good experience for you as a player, but my daughter watched me playing that game and said, "Well, Dad, this is so boring."
Yeah, it would be probably like watching someone mow the lawn or something.
yeah, it is not that that game for looking over shoulders of a friend or so. Police station, army base. Bye. Okay. Does it make sense? Do I have to connect it to the road? No. Don't think so. It's mostly something around in the rain and then some weird cutscenes. Yeah, it's a little bit more, but yes, I can understand this is not a game for everyone. I tried it out. Usually I buy my games digitally, but Vlad told me, well, maybe you should buy this one as a retail version, and if you don't like it, you can sell it. And I think that was a good thing to do that. Fulfill import trade route with Axis. Okay, trade route. So I have to check out how to do
Everyone
trade
has
route.
friends,
Okay, this
right,
is
Perez?
my...
Yeah, I think Death Stranding is interesting because it's Hideo Kojima being let off his leash. It's like the most indulgent indie film ever made, like, but in video game form. Basically, it's him being able to do everything he's ever wanted, and no one's going to tell him no because it's his company. So I think you're in for some long, slow, long sections with the game.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Oh, it's fine. It teaches people patience again. I'm all for it. In this age of everything on demand, I think it's great.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Resources. Sugar. Can I do some sugar? With axes. 16,800. Can we handle that? Let's try. You don't have a free trade license. Oh, come on. It's like real life. You have to pay.
This reminds me of when we were playing Port Royal 4 once on stream, and the trade license issue we had where that also gives me flashbacks.
Yes. I started playing Port Royal 4 on the Nintendo Switch. There's also a VOD out there. Yeah, it's quite good. The mechanics are all the same as the bigger version. And yeah.
Have you been using any of the touchscreen functions?
Oh,
like bring
no.
up the map and all that sort of stuff?
Oh no, I forgot to just. I played it in docked mode because I captured
Ah,
the
right.
feature. I only played it for the VOD. I did not play it in my free time, you know.
Right.
But I definitely have to check that out. Yeah, you're right. And there's also a new version, a new patch for Space-Based Utopia on the consoles out there.
There is, yeah. That was earlier this week, I think, or possibly last week. It's all blended into one because of E3. So I'm not sure what's up and what's down anymore.
I think it was this week. One of our game testers contacted me because he knows that I own a Series S, and he always contacts me and says, "Did you download the version? Please check this and that," and then I will do that and tell him my experience.
Nice, part of the Series S brotherhood. I'm with you there, Patrick. Got my little Series S on my shelf next to me.
Did you guys follow E3? Yes, and we talked about that earlier, but I think you missed it. I think for Abe, the best games were Forza Horizon 5 and the other one was Breath of the Wild. Yeah, the sequel.
Yeah.
And for me, it was Replaced and Elden Ring.
I think the best conference overall, though, goes to Devolver Digital. That was by far the funnest conference.
Yeah, that always. But the best trailer was from Outer Worlds 2.
That was pretty funny, yeah.
That was so good.
Very meta.
Yeah.
Snofford, what was your favourite bits of E3? Let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. I think it was a good E3 overall. I cannot understand the complainings.
Oh, it was fine. For considering the gear we've just had, I think it was absolutely fine.
Yeah. So, I think I do have to increase the speed because they are not building stuff here.
Snofford says Devolver Digital is always funny. I love that they have actual recaps of previous conferences because it has ongoing lore attached to it, so they have to fill everyone in on the lore. It's just brilliant.
The Battlefield trailer. That was top notch.
Oh yeah, the Battlefield trailer going between the buildings and the sandstorms, that was pretty amazing. I found out something really cool. There's a section in the Battlefield trailer where a guy ejects from his fighter jet, flies up in the air and shoots the other fighter jet with a rocket launcher with an RPG, and then jumps back into his own fighter jet.
Yes.
And there was the guy who actually did that in game, the Russian guy. There's a reaction video out there of him seeing that in the Battlefield 5 trailer, and it's so wholesome. It's such a good watch.
Awesome. Yes, I've heard of him. And then I saw that scene and I say, come on.
That's such a good way to honor your fans.
For me, it felt over the top. I think that was their goal.
It's Battlefield. It's they're not going for hardcore realistic like they were with 1 or anything like Battlefield 1 or Simulation or anything like that. It's a bit bombastic and ridiculous.
Good news, Presidente.
Good news, Presidente.
Getting friendlier all the time.
Snofford says there were Easter eggs all over the place. What other ones were there in the Battlefield trailer? I'd be curious to know.
Let's get to business. I know a group of freelance distribution experts. They help move product. But before they do, they like to rest assemble. If we set this up right, we'll have a trade route all the way to the thirsty USA and into the hands of my client himself. Okay. There was a suicide buggy in the second trailer.
I love that comment. We know you idiots are going to drive around in a tuk-tuk, so we just put it in the trailer. That's me whenever I play those games. I find the most ridiculous vehicle and just cruise around in it till I get killed. It's always a forklift or something dumb.
Okay. Have a pirate calf. And a rum trade route. Okay. A pirate calf. Pirate calf. Where's a good place to build that pirate calf? Oh, come on. Yeah, at the moment I'm really love gaming. Another game I played a lot is one of our games, Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, but on the iPad.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they put out the mobile versions and the iPad versions, didn't they?
Yeah, and we did 2 streams with that, and I'm playing it in my free time as well. Because it's the best version of it, in my opinion. It's so good. Just tapping on the spot you want to go, you want to hit. That's really good.
Yeah, shout out to Casito.
Yeah,
they did a great job publishing that one.
Definitely. Okay, there's also some stuff. Let's try to build it here once again. Nope. But there was... There was a chance to build it. Okay.
Or Snofford's comment, Battlefield 1, epic scale battles with realistic destruction and intimidating design. Battlefield 1 community, I landed my plane on the Zeppelin. That reminds me of, I used to play 1942 years and years ago with friends, and we would just try and get people on the sides of a biplane and fly it under a bridge. That was our only goal throughout the entire game, was to try and pull off this stupid stunt. And I wish the developers could have known about it. They would have been quite angry, I imagine.
Yes, but I think why not? Sometimes playing the usual modes is getting boring, and then you find out, the physics and the possibilities, or maybe the potential.
I think if I was a developer, I would be so happy that people are doing this sort of ridiculous stuff, because it just shows you what a sort of creative and interesting sandbox you've made, where people can do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. I think that the Just Cause 4 gave you a lot of opportunity to do some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Putting all the little rocket boosters on things, and grappling hooking cars to cows and all sorts of crazy stuff.
That's right. The trailer gave you some Fortnite vibes. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. And I don't like Fortnite, it's okay. I once played Fortnite, but I must say I'm not a competitive player. It is more for me to relax. Gaming is, for me, it's my free time, relaxing, have a nice story, being the chosen one. Something like that.
No horror games for you then?
I started Resident Evil 2 Remake, but I had to stop it because my heart started beating very, very hard.
Mr. X, he was too much.
I think it was before Mr. X.
Oh, okay.
And I played, I finished Dead Space or Silent Hill 2 or something like that. So I can usually play these games, but this was really intense,
Yeah, I tried to play Resident Evil 7, and I got about 20 minutes in and I couldn't keep going. It was too much.
I heard that, yeah.
It seems like a great game, it's just not for me. There was a scene where it looked almost exactly like the end scene of the Blair Witch Project, and I said, nope, I'm not playing this anymore.
So maybe you should try it in VR mode, and that mode, it's not that, it's in VR it's not that hard.
Would actually die, Patrick. Blair Witch Project is still one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. It freaks me right out, that film. So as soon as they showed a guy staring at a wall, like grainy camera footage in Resident Evil 7, I was like, nope, I'm not out of here.
Very, very funny thing. My best friend, I know him from the kindergarten on, and we're like brothers. And you can shock him so easily. That's amazing. And he hates horror movies. He just doesn't watch them because he knows that his heart can stop by watching these movies. And we once watched Signs with Mel Gibson, and he covered himself with a pillow, with a large pillow. And you have to see this guy. He's a new metal guitarist, tattooed the whole arm. He looks like Nicky Six from Motley Crue. Exactly.
Yeah.
When he is on stage, he looks exactly like Nicky Six, and so you can imagine the look and the style of this person. And he's so afraid of horror movies. And one day he called me and said, well, I met a girl and she's pretty lovely and we had a great time together. Went out a couple of times, and now she wants to visit me to have just a relaxed evening with a movie. The problem is she loves horror movies. And she told me which movie we have to watch. And now I wanted to ask you if you know that movie and can prepare myself a little bit for that. I say, okay, what movie is that? it's the movie The Ring from Gore Verbinski. And I said, oh, that was my reaction. And his reaction was, oh, why are you reacting like this? Why are you saying, oh? No, you cannot say, oh. So, is it that hard? And I say, yes, definitely. I found this is one of the hardest ones. It has such an impact on me. And it's not only the horror scenes, it's the whole movie itself. It's so crazy.
That film has just images that are burned into my brain.
Yeah.
Just the horse and the little girl and the
horse. Yes. and then I think 1 or 2 days later, I visited him and I asked him, how was your movie time? And I said I was so sweaty. I was never more afraid of everything like this.
He now has a lifelong fear of videotapes.
No, not exactly that. But I say I cannot understand it. At the beginning, there are these two girls, and they find the corpse of that girl, and the doctor just says, "Oh well, her heart stopped moving, stopped working." And he said, "Did you see her face?" It's not just the heart stopped. No, look at her face. Bluzu 5310. I think best Calypso game ever is Sudden Strike 4. And with that, I'm going to say bye. Yeah, that's a good hint, because tomorrow we start our summer sale. And I think Sudden Strike 4 is a part of that. So check out all platforms, all eShops, Steam and stuff for Calypso summer sale. Oh, new access trade route.
I have a lot of respect for Bluezel just joining the stream to say he loves Sudden Strike 4 and then leaving again.
Yes, it's no problem. It's nice.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, trade route stuff. Trading here. I'm more scared of summer sales than scared of horror movies.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, me too. But I don't have to pay for Calypso games. That helps.
It definitely helps.
Yeah. Okay, we can. It doesn't matter. Fulfill import trade route with access. Okay, trade route. Raw resources. I think we have should have a lot of sugar. Yeah, volume that, sign contract. Okay. Okay, signed that.
Should I jump into the next Tropico history story? Patrick?
Definitely. Yeah, yes, please. Tropico 3. That is a pretty cool story.
It is. Yeah, so Tropico 3, released 2009 on Windows PC and Xbox 360. So this is the first time it came to consoles. So when developer Haemimont Games started to work on Tropico's third iteration in the late 2000s, the Bulgarian-based team were already passionate fans of the series. In an effort to share his excitement for the project and boost team morale, the game's lead designer wanted to share an old fan-made video of El Presidente and his advisor. Unfortunately, the internet had failed in its duty of preservation, and the designer was forced to extract the video from a CD attached to a very old Bulgarian video games magazine. His team loved the video just as much as him, even opting to honour its creator by naming El Presidente's advisor after the character featured in the video. For now, the origins of the clip itself remain a mystery, but the creator will forever be ingrained in Tropico's history as the loyal to a fault second in charge to El Prez, who of course we all know as Penultimo, so that's where he come from.
That's a great story. And I saw that movie.
Oh, the YouTube video.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite funny. I'd advise people to go check it out. We can link the blog post. We've got this all written down in a blog post, so we can link that, and it's got some hyperlinks in there. You can check out all these videos and things.
Why can't I connect it to the road? Yes, when we had Jochen Färber here, who was involved in some Tropico games, the first ones, I prepared that video, but we didn't show it. We were too much in conversation. We only we only showed the trailer for Tropico 1. That was the only clip. So I hope now it is connected. Yeah, looks like. Da, 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 da. Dominican Republic is not the axis. Did I make a mistake?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what that one's referring to.
No, I think here, sugar, axis. This is the sign. This trade route I did just to earn money before, but this one is the logo of axis. Everything fine, but thanks for double check that. Plan. Oh, smuggler's trade route. Okay. Oh, I have to build a prison as well. Where is the prison? Here. Buy it. Oh, that's so expensive. Okay, circus. What is with my circus? Oh, it's not complete yet. Smuggler's trade route. Ah, no, I'm running out of money. Cannot buy.
I knew I could count on you to do the right thing.
Oh, get that 5,000. Oh, thank you. Thank you, church. Okay, completed the trade route, so we can sign what? Available. What is the sign of the smugglers? No. Didn't know you already had a trade route with the Axis. You just started the one with the Dominican Republic. Yes, I think so, but I'm not really, not really into that game just to make. It's still a learning thing, and we were talking, and I just tried things out.
I could never be a streamer, Patrick. The multitasking is too much for me.
Oh, it depends. So I can. It's easy to stream for me, Space-Based Utopia or Immortal Realms or games that I know. But a game like Tropico 6, which is so large, and packed full of content, and I just started to learn it. It's not really possible for me, and I didn't start that mission with that I will do it, I will finish it. That happens. Trying things out, maybe in the stream. All the people know, and we are here just to celebrate the 20th anniversary, and with that great game series, and with the 6 strange stories. So we are. Maybe it's time for the 4th one. We still have three left, I think.
Sure. Yeah. We can get into the 4th one. This one's Tropico 4, released 2011 on Windows PC and Xbox 360. Bear with me on this one because it gets a little bit technical, but it's worth it. Alright. Game development is always a bit of trial and error, and during the development of Tropico 4, one such oddity reared its head that had the developer scratching its own. During elections, the game could befall a mysterious, unresponsive state. Following investigation, the issue was traced to elections, and the game deciding that Al Prez's running mate was in fact married to their own great-grandparent. An inbuilt nepotism system, which had it more likely for family members of the player's opponent to vote against the player, paired with a loophole in the game's marriage logic, which made marriage to a great-grandparent an unfortunate possibility, had the game hit an infinite loop on election days where it would try to comprehend, and rightfully so, that the player's opponent's spouse and great-grandparent were one and the same. I absolutely love that one. I love unforeseen things like that in game development. It's so fun.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite story of that 6 ones. Do you know that Futurama episode?
Yes, I know the exact one you're talking about. Yeah.
And now who is my grandfather? Oh, come on.
I am. That is one of the best pieces of television ever written. So good.
Yes.
When they find out what Fry did, and he's so disappointed in himself.
Well, it was, I don't know the right words, but it was just like they were talking about the past, and it's very hard to travel back or something like that. And Fry only says, if I want to go to the past, you just have to put me in a fridge or something like that. So, no. At the sunken city of Atlanta.
Oh, that's right. That show is so fantastic. It's such good social commentary.
How Atlanta, somewhere in the middle of the country, but it sunk.
Yeah. Why not?
And there is one of the best sentence. And every time my daughter watches a show on, I don't know, Disney Plus or so with mermaids, every time my wife looks at me and hopes that I will not use that sentence from this Atlanta episode from Futurama. Can't you be a mermaid that where the other half of the body is human?
Yep, I remember that.
Oh, come on. And there is a nice fun fact for Germans. You remember that series Alf?
Yeah, I remember Alf, yeah.
Yeah, and there is the kid, the boy, Brian. And the voice actor, the German voice actor of Brian, is the same voice actor in Germany from Fry, from Futurama.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And if you know that, in a few situations, if you listen really closely, you can say, yes, that can be, because this time he was a boy, and when he spoke Fry, he was a grown-up.
Very appreciative of the help you're giving.
That's
President.
great. I love fun facts like that.
Sorts those Tropico-
It's like my favorite fun fact is that Michael Douglas story. Did I ever tell you the Michael Douglas,
I
the story
don't
about the
think
name?
so.
Okay. If you are an actor in the United States, a professional actor, then you have to get to something like a guild or so. I don't really know. And
Yeah, the Screen Actors Guild, is that the one?
Screen actors, I think, yes.
Yeah,
And then they will here type in your name, and this is your actor's name, and done. Yeah. And back in the days, Kirk Douglas, whose real name is Kirk, don't know, Abramovich, something like that, an Eastern European name. And his manager said, you cannot be a US Hollywood star with that last name. So you have to change it for the Screen Actors Guild. And I said, okay, then I will use Douglas as my art name. Kirk Douglas. Later on, his son became an actor, and he said, well, my father is very popular, so I can take that, and I will call myself Michael Douglas in the Screen Actors Guild. His real name was Michael, Abramovich, or don't know. Okay, and then one day there was another actor coming to the Screen Actors Guild, and they asked him, so what name shall we put in? And he said Michael Douglas. And I say, oh, sorry, there is already a Michael Douglas in there. You can't use that name. And he put his passport out and showed it to that people there and said, yeah, look at my passport. My name is Michael Douglas. And they said, no, you cannot use that name because it already exists. You have to give us another name. And this guy said, oh, come on. And he was thinking about, so which name shall I use? And he used the last name of his biggest role model. And his biggest role model was Buster Keaton. And now, who is the actor?
Oh, no way. Michael Keaton, that's where he got the last name Keaton.
Michael Keaton's true name is Michael Douglas.
Huh.
Isn't
Batman.
that...
Batman is Michael Douglas.
That is Michael Douglas, yes. It's awesome, right?
That's really cool, yeah.
That's a
great story.
Yeah, that's my favorite fun fact.
Huh. I like it. I'm going to borrow that one for next time I have to break the ice with someone and tell them that story.
I can imagine you in a club, a nice lady on the bar. Hey, do you know that Michael Keaton's true name is Michael Douglas?
That's how I get them, Patrick.
Do you know the what Keanu Reeves' answer was when he got asked what is when he sees a girl in a club, what is the first sentence? And he says, yes, I straight walk to her and say, hey, I'm that guy who plays John Wick.
It's amazing. That sounds like such a Keanu thing to do as well.
Yes. It was a German radio interview with him, and the interview wasn't good. It really wasn't good. It was just like, oh, come on, girl. Didn't you research things about Keanu Reeves? She always pressured him with questions about girls, women, relationship and stuff. And I say, come on. How many people died in his life?
Yeah. Very
important relationships, and you're constantly asking him that stuff, and he was so cool. Yeah.
He seems like a very nice man. One of the nicest sort of humble actors out there, really.
Yeah, some ex-colleagues of mine did a commercial with him. They shot a commercial with him, and he had a VIP room, but he was never there. He was sitting on wooden banks with them and enjoying time during the breaks.
That's great. It's nice to hear a story every now and then about a celebrity who doesn't let their fame get to their head.
And there was it's not an old video, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. It was it was uploaded to YouTube by someone who filmed Keanu Reeves with a smartphone and on a parking spot in front of a, I don't know, supermarket. Doesn't matter, don't know. And Keanu Reeves was there with his motorcycle. And he was just leaving that store and went to his motorcycle, and this person filmed him. So, oh, cool, here's Keanu Reeves. And he put his helmet on top, and suddenly a man came straight to him, and he stood away from him. It was that gentle gap because of the COVID situation and stuff. And he stood there and said, "Excuse me, sir. Am I allowed to say?" You could hear what they're talking about. It was pretty noisy because it was only the microphone of the smartphone, but you could understand a lot what they were talking about. And he said, "Excuse me, sir. I have to say that this is one of the most beautiful bike I've ever seen." And so Keanu Reeves said, "Hey, thank you, yes." And then he took his helmet off, and he had a conversation with that man. Couple minutes. It was really, really nice just to watch such a superstar taking his time, and the people that had respect. There was another woman that came by, and he said, "Well, I designed this bike." Keanu Reeves said, and he told them that he's running a business with one of his best friends, and this guy can build the bikes and he's designing them, and this is a unique one he's driving, and he told them a little bit about that, but not in a way so, hey, I can design a bike, and just like, so, hey, nice that you're asking, and yeah, that was pretty cool.
Just a down-to-earth conversation with a human being with another human being.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice to hear.
Produce canned goods. Okay. Can I do that? Am I good enough to do that? Customs office. Oh, this is what I have to do. Customs office. Completely lost because of the conversation. But I will learn this game. I'm really looking forward, really interested in that. And I found out in that VODs I did what the people like about this game.
What's the number one thing people like?
The number one thing people like in this game? What?
Yeah.
I think the whole thing. Every time they telling me they like Tropico 6 and that stuff, and it's a shame that I do not play it in my free time, and that was the reason why I started playing it. And I thought it might be a nice thing to record my first steps in that game, you know, and yeah.
It's always interesting to hear, you know, the parts of games that people really like. I know Tropico is often lauded for its humor. People really love the dark comedy aspect of it.
I think that's different things. I think this can be some add-ons, DLCs. Or yes, the humor, the whole situation. I think that really helps that you are some sort of a bad guy here. This is a formula that worked with the GTA series really good, because usually you are some sort of a hero that has to save the day, but now you can be a very grey person.
Morally grey individual, yeah. It's well, Patrick, I actually have the origins of Tropico's humour if you want to hear where they come from.
Yeah, definitely.
So we can get into our fifth piece of history here.
Yeah.
So this is for Tropico 5, released 2014, and released on Windows, Linux, Mac, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 4. But by this time in the series development, Tropico's dark humour and tongue-in-cheek absurdity was deeply etched in the game's DNA. From jokes about totalitarian regimes to the frustration and hilarity that came alongside offloading orders onto a bunch of unruly pirates, the series' humour was a cornerstone and pertained to a particularly real origin story. Some development history in Bulgaria meant a good majority of the writers on Tropico 5 had first-hand experience with the horrors that came alongside growing up under a real-life totalitarian regime. Infusing this self-aware morbidity into the game gave the writing honesty, allowing anything to be a target for ridicule, from the horrific behaviour of backyard despots to the strategy staple of player research technology revealed as nothing more than basic necessities like bread and water. This trend would only continue throughout the series' 20-year journey, and the humour would prove to get even more dark and interesting as time went on. So there you go. That's why Tropico has a dark sense of humour, because some of those people went through some real stuff.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's first experience. Yeah. It's sometimes this is really hard because yes, there are so many people in the world that have to face that stuff we're laughing about here in that game. Yeah, sometimes that.
It's an interesting take. I think because these people had been through it, it was almost a way for them to reckon with that fact, and it was a coping mechanism. So they were laughing at themselves as a way of of dealing with the horrific stuff they'd been through. I really like the joke, the really, really dark joke though of player research technology being bread and water. It's just
yeah.
It's so dark.
Do you think maybe this is some sort of a self-protection, maybe taking things with humor or so?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. Yeah, like a coping mechanism, I think.
Yeah.
If you've been through something traumatic like that, I think this is probably a good way, depending on your personality type, a good way to deal with it is through humor.
Maybe it's much better than start to believe in some supernatural gods or so.
I would agree with that. Yep, definitely. It seems like a much more productive way of dealing with it, in my opinion.
Yes, I think there are a lot of people that wouldn't agree with my opinion because they find their freedom in believing, and that's okay. But for me, I think religion has if you're looking back in the past, and especially the Christs, I think most of the wars started because of religion things, and the church used the people just, hey, buying that letters and then your soul is free, whatever you have done. And they took the money from them, and that's hard stuff, I think.
Yeah,
too hard for this stream.
Well, it's like any sort of piece of humanity. If you give them enough power, they're going to go corrupt, aren't they? They corrupt absolutely. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, as goes the old adage. So it's it's unfortunate, but that's human nature.
To check out is industrial lumber mill, rum distillery. What's a cannery? A cannery? What is?
That would be where they produce cans of food.
Nice. I need that.
U-boats versus submarines.
I need that.
Investigates the underwater menace. Later, Atlantis fish people, the real underwater menace.
And yes, I got a right hint because there is something burning, and thanks, and I immediately built up a fire department. Thanks for that. Sometimes, yeah, you definitely have to follow this game if you're not so into it. If I have Vlad here or Konstantin, they have 1,000 hours of playing Tropico, and it's in their muscle memory.
Yeah, it's definitely one you have to keep an eye on everything to make sure nothing's going wrong, because that can just spiral out of control really fast.
Yes. Oh, but that's a perfect reason to never skip a joke about Catholic priests. Yes, a friend of mine sent me a video of a Catholic priest. Oh, I will not repeat here in that stream what happens there. It is funny in a very strange way. It is an interview with a Catholic priest, a German one.
I don't know about you,
And
but I woke up today with
no,
a
I can say it because
We'll save that one for the Calypso After Dark streams.
yes, or maybe no. Yeah, no, I will not say it. It's very
After hours, it's
yeah, the After Dark stream. Yeah,
it's the one.
Produce shellfish. How can
Once
I?
all the lights go off and everyone leaves for the
Yeah.
day, that's when the real stuff.
The real stream starts. Yeah. Produce shellfish. How can I produce shellfish? Not sure. Mason Belmont. First, I was to buy and sell things between us until we were both so richer, because that seems to work. But we did that yesterday, so I had a better idea. Produce shellfish. Accept that. Do I need to build something where I can? Come on, now I have a fire department. Get rid of that. Fish farm. Is that the thing I need? Don't know. Maybe. Oh no, I cannot. Apocalypso, yeah, that's awesome. Apocalypso Live. This is the account where we do all that bad stuff. Amazing.
All the shady dealings on the Apple.
Yeah. Apocalypse Live, that's awesome. That's awesome. I will definitely start a channel. Apocalypso Live. Fisherman's Dwarf. I think I need a Fisherman's Dwarf. Is that right?
You're looking to produce shellfish?
Yeah.
Seems right.
Let's try that. Cannot fail. This is just a game. Just a game.
Yeah, we do Calypso live and uncut on the Apocalypso
Yeah.
channel.
So good.
For the longer and uncut.
Speaking out whatever we want. Research. Labor policy. Oh, there's a lot of stuff to do. To try that out at home. Another excess trade. Oh, cotton. Do not have cotton. Sugar. No, they don't want. Tobacco. I've completely forgot to build other. Oh, what is this plantation about? Sugar. Not very lucky here. Fisherman's Drop plantation. Tobacco. So, build that one up here.
Mika Mousey Patrick just saying that
Yeah.
you don't have to do all the demands they tell you.
That's right, yeah. I know that. But I'm still learning. I'm trying a few things out. I very appreciate the help. Thanks a lot. But it's so hot. It's so hot in here. And it's just nice hanging around a little bit. Next week, there will be our German stream. And I will play Immortal Realms.
Nice, back on Immortal Realms.
Yes, but for because of a reason. I don't know if I can tell you guys the reason. I'm not sure I'm allowed to.
I'm not sure I know the reason.
Yes, there is something going on with Immortal Realms next week. Something, you know?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I'll have to confirm after the stream. Just to make sure.
Sure you can. No, I really don't know if I'm allowed to say what's going on with Immortal Realms next week. I don't know. I can only say it fits for next week's stream. I wanted to do a space-based Statopia stream, but because of a reason, I switched over to Immortal Realms. Which is okay.
Of course, Immortal Realms is that's sort of the game that I know you most for. I think it's where we did a lot of our streams, started a lot of our streams, and I remember you doing ridiculously well and just carving your way through all the enemies, and it was great to watch.
Yeah, I really like it. I'm still in the last act of that game, but I haven't played it. I needed a little break of this game because I invested a lot of time in Immortal Realms to get that far, and I will definitely trying to finish that game. But I needed a little rest of it because it's pretty hard. I had a few small conversations under some VODs of Calypso Live where people talking to me because in one VOD I started the third act of the Tropico campaign, which is one of the hardest missions in that game. And before I started playing it, I said, well, I did it, but I needed 4 attempts or so. It's really hard, and I hope I can make it, or I can show you a good match there in this third act. And there were some people replying and saying yes, they started that game and they finished the first 2 acts, and then the third act they tapped out. And I say yes, it's possible. It's definitely possible. I made it without any help from our guys here, and it was so rewarding at one point. And it's possible. I made it by my own without cheating, without help from others. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people aren't too big a fan of with Immortal Realms, is each battle can be so intense and take so long that if you end up losing it, you feel like you've just lost a big chunk of progress. So it's
yes,
definitely for a certain type of person, I think.
Yes. Well, like I said, it was really rewarding every act you did, and I put the second most time into that game for 6 months. This was the game I played the second most after Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Shout out to Palindrome Interactive for
Yes.
giving you that much quality time.
Definitely, yes. It was really quality time for me. So, here's my
Speaking of next week, Patrick, I'm I'm going on holidays on Friday, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, I heard that. What are you planning? What are your plans?
I'm going up to Scotland to visit some friends.
You told me a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
It'll be really good because it's when I moved to the UK, Scotland's where I first lived. So it feels almost a bit like a second home to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds good. It's only for 1 week?
Just for a week, yeah. I
Why
still
not?
live in hope that I can get back over to the European continent. So I'm saving up some of that holiday just in case I can come back over and go to a nice beach or something.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not, but I'm optimistic.
Did you ever visit Brighton Beach?
I have, yeah. I've been to Brighton a few times, yeah.
Because it's not so far away from you, is that right?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half or something.
Oh,
on the train, I think.
that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, there is a British, London-based, well-known camera operator called Philip Bloom, and he did a lot of camera reviews at Brighton Beach, and that's the reason I know it.
Oh, right. So it's got the Brighton Pier in the background. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And yeah, that's the reason. And then I checked out via Google Maps where this is, and I saw that is not that far away from where you are based.
No, it's not too far at all. Yeah, it's I have to go into London and then go south to get there. There's no direct route from where I am, but
okay.
yeah, it's a bit of an annoying one, but it's worth it. It's a nice day at the beach. It's not quite. I went to Greece last year. There was a small window where we were able to travel safely, and I managed to get to Athens and went out to some of the Greek islands, and it doesn't compare to those beaches, I'll tell you.
Yes, I can understand.
Yeah.
I spent 3 holidays at here the east coast of Germany, the East Sea region, and there is a place called Waisenhäuser Strand, Waisenhäuser Beach, and this is something like a resort. It's a Central Park resort, something like that.
Yeah.
It's not from Center Park. It's not. It's not from Center Parks, but it's a very, very, very lovely resort, and we've been there 3 times, and yeah, that's also a nice place, and this is a really cool beach they have. Smuggler Street. Tobacco. Okay, try to do that. Yeah, I think we're almost done, and I have to leave really quickly because I have to watch the German game with my daughter. It's very important.
Oh, that'll be a lovely evening.
Yes, because they also have some sort of a in her school class where they say, well, what will be the end result of the games, and the one who is right wins $1,000. No, can will get something from I don't know, sweets bag or so.
A couple of lollipops or something.
Yeah. and the first game, Germany against France, she said, well, I tipped 5-3 for France. I said, what? Why? This is a very high bet. No, I think it's 5-3 for France. And I said, okay, that everything can happen in that sport, but okay. And then France won 0-0. And next morning she got up and asked me what was the end result, and I said 5-3 for France. She what? I said no, it was 0-0. And then I watched the game, and now I realize it's not that easy to hit that goal. I say yes. And then the next
if you get
time,
up to 5 points, you're doing pretty well for yourself.
And the coolest thing was for the next game, Germany against Portugal, she tipped 1-0 for Portugal, and it was 4-2.
Oh, welcome to probability. The harsh world.
Yeah, harsh. Oh, that was so nice. Yes, and she realized that 90 minutes watching 22 guys dribbling around can be very long.
Yep, I'm with her, Patrick. To be honest, it's not my scene.
Oh, that was so nice. Yeah, I think we didn't make that much of a progress, but I'm not bankrupt.
I would call that a victory.
The support is at 85%. I think it's okay. I'm not 100% satisfied, I know that. But I didn't really mess it up like hell.
I would say if you've got profit and it's 80 or 82% now, but most people are satisfied, so I'd call that a win.
Yes. Yeah, look at this. You made some progress in the mission. I think you did okay. Snuffer, thanks. That means a lot. I will repeat that mission at home, definitely. I'm trying to get more and more comfortable. I'm still a little bit overwhelmed by all that stuff you can do here. Yeah. But you will get so much for your money in this game.
Yeah, I think it's best if you focus on one area at a time as opposed to trying to learn the entire thing at once. It might be a little bit less intimidating.
Yeah, I started the tutorials and then the first mission. Because I need campaigns. I need a goal. I need something to do. Because if I would start with a free game or didn't know what to do, I don't know what to do in a free game. So it's really strange that my camera image is lagging there. I don't know. But I shrink myself down a lot so that it's not so disturbing for you. As long as the sound is good. Sometimes things happen in a way. Okay, I think it's time for the last story. What do you think?
Last story. Sure thing. We can get into that. So this is for Tropico 6, obviously. Most recent one. Released 2019 on Windows, Mac, Linux, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. In the release of Tropico 6, the series engine received a large overhaul in the form of the Unreal Engine 4. The game would be the first in the franchise to feature Epic Games' latest, at the time, powerhouse, and the new possibilities meant the developer could dedicate more resources to individual aspects, such as creating a more robust lighting system, increasing the on-screen particle effects, and allocating more processing power to the game's simulation mechanics, meaning many more NPCs could bustle about the player's archipelago. Tropico 6 was also a series first for Xbox One, the power of Unreal Engine 4 facilitating a swift and painless code-based migration from computer to console and enabling the game to arrive on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in September of 2019. Realm Forge Studios is now spearheading the series, and the future looks bright for Tropico. With another 20 years under its belt, one can only imagine the sunny days ahead for El Prez and Co. And that brings us to the end of our 6 interesting stories in the history of Tropico.
Amazing. Yeah, thanks, Abe, for researching and writing that down. Those are, really nice fun facts, especially for all the Tropico interested people out there. Cool.
Yeah, no problem. It was fun to be a journalist again for a while.
That was really good. Yes, evening everyone from the British Ace. Oh, we're almost done British Ace for today. People join. Last week it was pretty empty in the stream because of the weather, the situation, the European Championship and all that stuff. And at 9 p.m. where we usually end our stream, people joining the stream. So okay, let's go a little bit into extra hours for 45 minutes or so. Yes, but it's okay. I can understand that. Nice weather and things getting back to normal again, I think, yes. And I will have my second here. What's the name? Vaccination? No.
Yep.
Yeah. On Friday. And then I'm tanky. Nothing will happen. Oh, very, very tough story at the end. On Sunday, my older daughter was visiting a friend of her, and my younger daughter, I took her, and we took our Super Soaker water guns and wanted to do a nice battlefield in real life. And we drove to a house from a relative, and then we shot a couple of rounds. She ran away, round the house, up the stairs towards the main door, and it was very slippery there, and she just bam. And I said, oh no, I just came around the corner and saw her lying there. So the last hit, and it didn't look so bad. And I said, oh come on, honey, are you okay? Wasn't it bad? And she looked at me, and I saw a little bit of blood at her mouth, and she said, no, it was not good. And then the very shocking moment, there is her new tooth, and a piece of that was missing.
Oh no.
I said, oh come on, no, please not. It was very tiny. I have to say it was very tiny. It was on the floor, and I grabbed it, and the other tooth, which was a first tooth of her, it was a little bit bloody, but come on, it's the first one. We won't miss it, but this was the first. It was a real one, and so we had to try to find out a doctor. Because it was Sunday, and then we found one and drove to there, and I had to stay calm because yes, she was under stress, and so I was calm and told her, well, we can make it. I'm at your side, and I will take care that everything will be okay at the end of the day. And we drove to that doctor, and he was a really nice guy. He only talked to her, and not in a way grown-ups are talking to small kids. He was he took her very serious and in a very nice way, and he described her everything what he's doing now, and he could not glue that piece back into her tooth because it was too small, and he said we just cover it that she will not feel any pain or so, and he did that very well. And the next day we visited our usual doctor, And God thanks, everything went fine, and you cannot really spot it if you don't know that. And the doctor said, well, let the next tooth, the neighbor come out, and then we will see if there is something we have to fix. But that was really tough, and I visited a lot of hospitals with them a couple of years ago in the midnight, during the midnight. And in that situation, everything in me is just working, staying calm and working. But afterwards, when we have everything under control, it really hits me, and that brings me down. The problem was, on Monday morning, she woke up and watched me, and I saw there is some strange color on her tooth, and I thought, oh no, the tooth, something is hurt, and now it's getting worse, and I have to drive to the doctor again. But it was just dried blood from the other tooth, and we could just scratch it from the tooth. Oh, that was another shocking moment. Monday morning. Yeah. That was my story about my life, and
you've had an action-packed last few weeks.
Yes, I think so. Okay, it was nice. Thank you guys for following us. Thank you, Abe, for your time and for your 6 strange story about Tropico. It was pretty cool. Thanks a lot.
Oh, you're welcome, Patrick. It was great to stream with you again, man.
Cool. Yes. I don't know when we will stream again. Also, Abe, you and me, we will definitely find a date and something very exciting. Next week there is a German stream, so no Abe, definitely not, because I don't know how good your German is.
Not great.
Not great. Okay, I think my German is way better. I don't know if I have a guest. If I would do a space base stream, there was one in my mind, but with Immortal Realms, I don't know. We will see, but I'm sure we will have a great time next Wednesday. Check out our new Dr. Calypso video tomorrow at Calypso Live. It will go online at 7 p.m. Central European Time. Abe, you definitely have to check this video out as well.
I will definitely do that.
Cool, and a like would be awesome.
Like and subscribe,
Like and subscribe, yes. And on Friday, 7 p.m, there is another VOD with me starting the first mission of the Tropico 6 campaign on the Nintendo Switch. That's all for today. Good night, goodbye, until next time.